Good evening. Hi, welcome along to the Virtual Pub Quiz channel, week 6. Welcome along to everyone who's new. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jay and I am the host of this madness, chaos, and loved by a lot of people that we've created. If you are joining us for the first time, so welcome along. It is a standard pub quiz, but I'll get into a bit more about how the quiz works after we break for the NHS and for the clap for them. If you've been with us before, welcome back. You know exactly what to expect, and if you saw the post on Facebook this morning, you know that this is a very, very, very special night. We've been talking about this since week 1, when we know that we sort of broke the record in week 1 for a live streamed quiz or an online quiz, sort of as a Guinness World Record, and a lot of you have been asking, you know, how are you getting on with it? Well, you know, Guinness, the guys have been really, really busy, and I understand that there's a lot going on at the moment, but they've come back to me this morning and we have the criteria, so nothing's changed. I know I said this morning things might change a little bit, but I've got I've got all sorts set up that you can't see off camera, with bits and pieces that are recording stuff. Alex, as usual, he's all over social media, so the usual hashtags and everything are down below. So let's see if we can get trending again on Twitter. We nearly beat the big 19 last week on Twitter. Yeah, all it needs from you guys is to participate, as always. All it needs is just you guys to be here playing along. We'll do the rest with it. We'll get all the data. We won't find out tonight. I know some of the guys are watching from Guinness, so Nicholas, if you're already with us with your friends, good evening. Thank you so much for all the support that you've given, behind the scenes with, connecting with Guinness and stuff, so thank you for that. We're going to record everything behind the scenes. We won't know straight away. Well, we'll know straight away. To be fair, we're at 17,000 people, so it doesn't matter. We will beat the record. It just all comes down to making sure that we get all the evidence to submit it. So yeah, welcome along. Thank you very much. It is going to be a very, very special night. Part of the video that was on Facebook earlier, I have got something that I'm launching in the break, so I'll go through that a bit later on. That's actually the part I'm more nervous about. I'm not really nervous about the Guinness World Record. I am, because it's a huge, huge thing to have, but I'm more worried about what I'm nervous about what I'm going to be announcing later on. So yeah, thank you very much for coming along. So we've got a few minutes. I've got a couple of thank yous to say as well. Now, I don't know, as always, here is the gin, but someone on Twitter, and this was nothing to do with me, so someone on Twitter, if you were with us on Saturday, you know I was back. I wasn't drinking gin, shock, horror. I was on beer, and someone very kindly tweeted Fever Tree tonics, because I said I'm on beer tonight, can't have gin, I'm not drinking it straight because I didn't have any mixers, and someone actually tweeted out to Fever Tree and said, come on, pull your finger out and sort something out, and they did. So a massive thank you to the guys at Fever Tree. So I've got some tonics now. I've not got loads, it was only sort of a couple of cases, but thank you. It was a very welcome surprise that Fever Tree and Alex, who's been looking after Twitter, sorted out. So thank you. It was a lovely surprise, and this is what I'm drinking. So thank you very much. Yeah, for those of you who weren't with us the last sort of couple of weeks, there is an earpiece in. It's not because I'm talking to Mission Control or anything stupid like that, or I've got all of the questions or what have you been fed to me. It's because we've had a couple of sound issues, nothing to do with the microphone that was very kindly donated by Mark. It's more to do with problems with the computer and everything, and it's work in progress, and that's why we split it all by about sort of a few bits and pieces. So once I get sorted, but it just means because there's a bit of a delay, there's a 20-second delay on it, I can hear if there's a problem before it gets to you, so I can then sort it out before it becomes too much of a problem for you. So yeah, about five. I've not got my watch on. About 5 minutes before we go out, and it is obviously for Tom as well. So it's the clap for the NHS and a big happy birthday to Colonel, not Captain anymore. He's now Colonel Tom. So congratulations to him and everyone who's looking after him with everything they've done. Absolutely, it's been brilliant. The amount they've raised, I think it was over £31 million that they've got to. So, congratulations to Colonel Tom. I'll be outside with the girls here as well. We'll be singing Happy Birthday along with the clap, and then when we come back in, we'll get on with the quiz at 8:15. How's everyone doing? I'm trying to catch up with the live chat, but it's yeah. And people keep saying put it on slow, but then you don't. I know you don't see as many. Hopefully, as well, there's been a little bit on the beginning of the post of the before I came on. A lot of the pubs that we were trying to make sure that get their shout outs, and so it's one of the big things that I want to do is make sure that when the pubs reopen, we try and get as many of you back out into the pubs, and that's one of the things that we really want to do, along with trying to keep this going as well, which I'll come to in the break. But it's yeah, that was one of the things I wanted to do, is try and give something back. I know they couldn't get it. I asked on Facebook, could you tag your pubs and tag your landlords and etc., and the response was just overwhelming, again, as usual. I should realise these things, ask for something on the Facebook page. Come on guys, it's a fantastic community, and bang, it just explodes. So yesterday with all the birthday wishes to Sarah and my 3-nager Jack, For all of you who've asked, yep, they had a lovely day, as well as we could do. And a lot of you asked, did I make a cake? No, I didn't make a cake. I didn't want to poison anyone. She did make her own cake, so it was lovely. I think very much enjoyed it. But yeah, so back to the pubs. I want to try and just try and give some of these pubs a platform. I've been a landlord myself. I know what it's like. I know what how hard this industry is, and let alone with what's going on now. By the way, for those of you, if you are new to us, we don't mention the C word at all on the night. This is everyone's escape and release, so that they can relax and enjoy themselves. But yeah, so I just want to make sure that we can do something with the platform that we've got. We had 170,000 people last Thursday watching. I just want to make sure that we give a best platform possible to try and help some of these venues when we are allowed to go out and play again, and we're all outside. So, just seen someone go through saying that it's 7:58. I've got 8:01 was the big one I saw. You don't need a pub for a quiz. No, I know. I think we've proven that point, that we don't need a pub for a quiz. Right, what have we got? A couple of minutes to go. I know someone's just said no ice and lemon. Yeah, I've had this problem, but then if I put ice and lemon, well, lemon, but if I put ice in it, it clinks around too much, it makes too much noise. So, just having a look, see if I can catch up with any of that. Nope. Yeah, so I've got an announcement in the break, and I'll go in a bit more to that when we get to that. That'll be after round 3. I'll go into the rounds and stuff. I've had a few things to talk about before, but I was just trying to. Yes, I've just seen that go through. All will be revealed about that in the break, about whether or not to carry them on for people who can't go to the pub. Absolutely, it's one of the things that it's been prevalent in my mind for the last few weeks, and some of the messages on Facebook. Are you going to carry this on afterwards? We love it. And if you are new to the channel but you're not on the Facebook page, the Facebook link's down below. Join the community. It's probably one of the nicest communities that you can ever join. Everyone's so friendly. I think there's a lot of people who are starting to make friends with each other, which is nice. People who haven't spoken to people before. I know my mum's in there making friends with everyone. Right, obviously I'm on a 20-second delay, so by the time you get this it'll be about right. So if you do want to start making your way outside, I will put the hold back up. I'm on the wrong mouse. I'll put the hold back up, and I will see you all after the clap, and happy birthday to Colonel Tom. See you shortly. Okay, I'm back. Beautiful as ever, even though it's absolutely torrential downpour as it is up here in Darwin. So just chucked an umbrella out while we could hear everyone from where we are. But beautiful as always, absolutely beautiful as always. So yeah, happy birthday again to Colonel Tom. I hope you've enjoyed your day. I saw a picture of all the birthday cards that you were sent. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, yeah, so the quiz tonight, it is a history-making quiz. So if you are new to us, welcome along. We are going for the Guinness World Record for the largest ever streamed quiz. We've had 175,000, 170,000 people over the last couple of weeks playing. So yeah, it's a history-making quiz. I've got all kinds of mission control set up behind me that you can't see. I've managed to hide it from the screen because I didn't want it distracting stuff. So I've got all kinds of things recording to make sure that we get all of the evidence that we need to submit this to Guinness. So if you are new, all you need to do, it's a pen and paper. So play along at home fun. Stick your phones away. No point in googling it because you're only really cheating yourselves there if you do Google. Where's it gone? Week 6. I'm just going to give you your round titles for this evening. I know a few of you might be happy with a little bit of this. So we've got, as usual, TV and film, sports and leisure. This is the last week of the sports and leisure round. I am changing it slightly. Music, as always, at round 3. Round 4 tonight is food and drink. It makes a return. And then finally we've got general knowledge to finish off. So general knowledge will be finishing off. I need to make a little tweak on something. This is what I mean by I can hear things before you can. And that should be a bit better. So you might have to turn your TVs down a bit again, or your devices, so apologies for that. Just cranked up the there is a little bit of a hum, but I think it's from something that's recording, so apologies for that. I'm trying to work a way of hiding something. So yeah, 5 rounds, 3 rounds, then we take a break, and then I give you the answers for the first 3 rounds. So yeah, it's play along at home fun. There's no need to, I say no need to cheat. You're only cheating yourselves if you do go and Google the answers. There was an article in Yahoo, was it Yahoo or it was wherever it was, someone did an article on the quiz, and they said that some of the answers spiked on Google searches at about the time that I was asking the question. So there's a few people out there cheating. I'm watching you. But yeah, so it's just play along at home fun. I know a lot of you are playing against family and friends and stuff on WhatsApp and Messenger and stuff, so I hope you're all settled, hope you're all enjoying. But you know, if you have got friends and family, get them involved, let them know that this is about to be huge tonight. You know, the higher it goes, the higher the record is, the bigger it becomes. So we get started, excuse me, I'm losing my voice tonight. Not a good night to lose my voice, but we get started in about 10 minutes time, so plenty of time to charge your glasses, grab yourself another drink, get your snacks as well. Alex has been sharing and asking you to share all your snacks and stuff. So for those of you who are new, I've got a great guy called Alex who is all over Twitter and Insta, so use the hashtag down below. He will he'll be sharing and tweeting and all of those. I say we got to number 2 trending last week, which was brilliant. Nearly beat the big night in, nearly. Right, just checking. Yeah, so we're up to 74,000 people now, which is great. Lovely to see you all. And say if you are new, welcome along. And if you've been with us before, well, you know what to expect. Or not know what to expect, who knows. Who's got odds on the first technical drama? Let me have a piece of the action and I'll see what I can do to sort out that. No, I'm trying not to have any technical dramas. I don't need any technical dramas tonight. No technical dramas. I think we've got it sus now, to be fair. So, and yeah, and we do this every Thursday night. We do it every Saturday night as well. We do live quiz on Saturday. Specialist quizzes during the week. I can't for the life of me remember what's... Oh, it's I think it's 60s, 70s and 80s children's TV tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be quite fun. So hopefully you enjoy that. Sundays I've had it as a YouTube creator quiz. That's going to be delayed until next week. I'm going to put something else up just because a few YouTube creators have got involved and they've asked a few questions, so I'm just waiting for their questions to come through. I don't think they're going to come through in time for me to put it all together, so I'm going to delay that till next week. I'll put a different specialist round up, probably, and I'll commit to this now and then I'll forget, so you'll have to message me constantly on Facebook or through the socials. But if I can't do the YouTube creator quiz on Sunday, I will do the one that everyone has been mithering me for, and that is I will do a musicals quiz. How's that? That's a great commitment. So get all your friends and family to come along, boost these numbers up tonight, and I'll do a musicals specialist round on Sunday instead of the YouTube creator, and we'll push that into next week. How's that? See, I'm the gift that keeps on giving. So yeah, if you have joined us, we are going, you've probably seen it in the title, it's going for the record. We are going for the record-breaking title. Yeah, it's making sure that everything records. That's the biggest thing, because the last thing I'd want is to submit it and we miss out on something. I remember years and years ago, sort of going, I mean, this was years and years ago, going for the London Underground Challenge and missing out on something, so I didn't bother submitting it. So I want to make sure everything's right. So it's, yeah, it's like Houston behind here at the moment, with a laptop here, I've got a camera there, I've got 2 cameras over here, so we'll just make sure we all get it all. And then yeah, then hopefully in a couple of weeks or however long it takes the guys at Guinness to get together, I can then be holding up a nice certificate, and that will be all of you guys who have come along and helped and watched this, that have and signed in and what have you, that have made it work. So thank you very much, and thank you for your support as always. We get going in about 7 minutes time. How is everybody? How are we all doing? Are we all ready? Just checking, has Alex got anything from social media? No, Alex is all over it tonight. He realised I've added him as an admin as well to YouTube, so he can have a look at some things behind the scenes, some of the data and the stats. And we were just talking before he came on air, and he said, "Oh, I've got control over all sorts of things I can do with the live chat." So I'm not sure if he's looking at YouTube, but I'll leave him to it. I'll let him crack on with that. He knows what he's doing. Megan, behave yourself, Harrison says. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah, there is an almighty hum, isn't there? Let's tweak. When I stop talking, there is a hum. It's a little bit better. I'll just talk louder. How's that? So you might have to turn your TVs back up again. Apologies. But yeah, I don't want too much of a hum. There we go. People are saying yes to the musicals. You are very welcome. I will get it sorted. I did say I would do at some point. And also, a lot of people have been asking for a friend specialist quiz. I will do at some point, and I did say I would, but there's another there's a specialist friends quiz dropping. I'm not sure when it was. I saw it advertised a couple of days ago, so I will do it in a couple of weeks, but I don't want to do it on top of somebody else, because it's not right. That's not my style. So I'd rather do it when it's, you know, we've had a couple of weeks clear, so we'll sort it. So good evening again. If you have joined us, we're going to get going in 5 minutes time. Your rounds for this evening, if you are just joining us, it is TV and film to kick you off as always, and I've listened to some feedback, so I've done that a bit differently tonight, but you'll see what I mean. I'm not going to give too much away, because you can all go and start researching. Sports and leisure is your second round, and that is the final week of sports and leisure combined. It makes sense next week. Music as always, and again music is from all the eras. So, you know, there's some new, some old, something borrowed, something blue. Yeah. Food and drink makes a return instead of geography. That was very divisive. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's all Gebral. So food and drink and Gebral knowledge as well to finish off. So. No. No, Johnny, you're not having that. Somebody I used to work with has just sent me a text message asking for a specialist quiz. No, you're not having that. Not a chance. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, so we've got about four and a half minutes to go before we get started. So grab yourselves a drink. If you've been here since the beginning, you're probably on your 6th drink by now. I'm drinking slowly, because if I start drinking too much, I'll get even more nervous, which I really don't want to do, because it's a big night. Yeah, what with Guinness, and then what I'm going to talk about in the break as well. Hey, Alex says we are already trending. Well done, thank you guys. So yeah, if you keep using the hashtag, I'm on it. I'm on a 20-second delay. I've seen your message. See, Alex and I are sort of, yeah. So yeah, use the hashtag, and let's see. I'm not sure what else is going on tonight. Saturdays are a weird one. We go up against Eurovision, like Revived or something. So we're sort of fighting with them to trend on a Saturday night, which is quite fun. Oh, and Britain's Got Talent as well on a Saturday night. And Stephen Mulhernan is new in for a penny. So it was quite nice as well last Thursday. I know a lot of you watched it back on catch up, which is activated. You can pause at any point. You can wander off. If it starts breaking up, you can pause it, and yeah, so you can catch up at any point. Oh dear. Okie dokie. Which reminds me, I need to turn the sound off on that computer. No, I don't. I need to keep that one on. There we go. So yeah, a couple more minutes to go. Grab your pens, grab your bits of paper. Make sure that you are all ready for this. Make sure you've got your friends and family. Oh, so one of the conditions on the Guinness criteria, there can be no longer than 30 seconds between a question. So yeah, it may go a tiny bit quicker than normal, but I don't think it will. 30 seconds is quite a long time. So it may go a little bit quicker than the normal, but I don't think it will. I've not timed it out. I've not even rehearsed with these sort of questions or anything this week. So, but yeah, that was just one of the conditions. Apparently I can witter on as like I do normally, which is nice. That doesn't affect the stream. So we've got the screenshots, that's recording. Alex is back. To be fair, Alex, we should have changed the hashtag really, shouldn't we, for tonight? But it's too late for that. So yeah, join us over on social media, on Twitter and on Insta. This is your 1 minute call. Run to the fridge, grab those snacks, make sure there's ink in the pen. Get yourselves ready. I've got that hold music in my head. That's what. So yeah. Are we ready? Are we ready? Oh, Alex has said, can I just give you an extra minute? So if you were running back from the fridge, slow down, don't slip. Alex says, hang on a second. He's got something on. Hello to the hogs. I've seen your message going through a few times, but I couldn't see it all. So hello to the hogs. Right. I'll wait for him to give me the all clear. I don't know what he's up to. He's usually up to something. So yeah, grab your pens, grab your paper, and we are getting ready to get started. We're up to just under 160,000 people, which is incredible. Thank you so much for joining in what is a history making quiz. This should, and as long as we have got everything in the right place, which we know we have, this should be a Guinness World Record, and that is all down to you guys for coming along. Yes, I'm the idiot asking you questions all night, but you guys tuning in, coming along, this is the reason why it's going to be a history making quiz. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for signing in. Let's hope we have a fun quiz. I think we're all ready to go, because you're probably bored of me. So as usual, I'm going to turn off the live chat. I think everyone is ready. Let me just turn off the live chat. Oh, where's my settings gone? There we go. Because we don't want you putting answers in the live chat. That's not working. Why is it not working? There we go. Okay. So live chat should be about to switch off. Okay. Right. Let's get ready. And where are we? that one, and here we go. So round one, TV and film. Let's get going. So question one, who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? Is the starting line to which TV show's theme tune? So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler? Is the starting line to which TV show's theme tune? Found the source of the hum. Question two, what was the name of the cafe owner in ALLO? So what was the name of the cafe owner in ALLO? Number three, The Big Breakfast launched in 1992 with Gabby Roslin and which other host? So The Big Breakfast launched in 1992 with Gabby Roslin and which other host? Question four, what was the name of the MI5 BBC drama that launched in 2002 and ran for 10 series? So what was the name of the MI5 BBC drama that launched in 2002 and ran for 10 series? Question five, who wrote Killing Eve? So who wrote Killing Eve? So if you have just joined us and you've missed the first few questions, you can rewind, you can go back to the start of the questions. Question six, Matt Damon was left for dead on Mars in which movie? So Matt Damon was left for dead on Mars in which movie? Question seven, Jamie Bell played the lead role in which British 2000s dance film? So Jamie Bell played the lead role in which British 2000s dance film? Question 8. Released in 1995, what was the name of the first completely computer animated film? So released in 1995, what was the name of the first completely computer animated film? Number 9. What was the name of the tower in Die Hard? The first one. Christmas movie. So what was the name of the tower in Die Hard? And finally, for TV and film, question 10. Liza Minnelli starred in which 1972 musical that was set in 1930s Berlin? So just so you're aware, we're just over 100 and, well, you can see it before me, but there's 177,000 people, which beats our own individual record. But yeah, that'll be a great record. Round 2. It's your sport and leisure round, and we kick off with this. Who scored England's last second winning drop goal in the 2003 World Cup final against Australia? So who scored England's last second winning drop goal in the 2003 World Cup final against Australia? Oh yeah, rugby union. That would make more sense. Yeah, so it's rugby union. I am pushing it as close to 30 seconds as I can. I've got a timer in the corner. Question 2. The Olympics have been rearranged to next year, but which month will they start? Is it May, June, or July? So the Olympics have been rearranged to, start again. The Olympics have been rearranged to next year, but what month will they start in? Is it May, June, or July? So which month will they start? Question 3. Who's won the most golf majors? So who's won the most majors in golf? Is it Tiger Woods or Jack Nicholson? It's not Jack Nicholson, it's Jack Nicklaus. There we go, first one of the night. It's not Jack Nicholson, it's supposed to be Nicholas. So who has won the most majors in golf? Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus? Nicholson. And he's off. If you watched the beer round on Wednesday, I gave away one of the answers. So I'll give you both answers to that, because obviously one of them's a bit obvious. Number 4. How many players are there on a standard volleyball team? So how many players are there on a standard volleyball team? Question 5. The boat race takes place between which two universities? So the boat race takes place between which two universities? And you've got to get both for the point, because a lot of people were asking me to mediate on them, so you need both for the point. So the boat race takes place between which two universities? Number 6. Which board game has a cheaters and an ultimate banking edition? So which board game has a cheaters and an ultimate banking edition? Question 7. Becoming is a 2018 book written by whom? So Becoming is a 2018 book written by whom? Question 8. Defying Gravity is a song from which musical? So Defying Gravity is a song from which musical? Number 9. Which UK city is the home of the National Rail Museum? So which UK city is the home of the National Rail Museum? Finally, for sports and leisure, number 10. In which board game would you find Miss Scarlet and Professor Plum? So in which board game would you find Miss Scarlet and Professor Plum? So that is your sports and leisure round. We've got one final round and something to tell you about, and then take a short break so you can put all your answers together. Let's go with your music. Number 1. Which boy band returned after a 10-year hiatus in 2019 with their hit Hello My Love? So which boy band returned after a 10-year hiatus in 2019 with their hit Hello My Love? Number 2. What is Stormzy's real first name? So what is Stormzy's real first name? Question 3. Who said we could stand under her umbrella in 2007? So who said we could stand under her umbrella in 2007? Number 4. According to the title of the song, who did Katy Perry kiss in 2008? So according to the title of the song, who did Katy Perry kiss in 2008? Number 5, who is Reginald Dwight, better known as? So who is Reginald Dwight, better known as? Question 6. She's got a brother. We don't get on with one another. But I quite fancy her mother, and I think that she likes me. Name the Oasis song. So she's got a brother. We don't get on with one another. But I quite fancy her mother, and I think that she likes me. So name the Oasis song. Question 7. Whitney Houston wanted to dance with who in the 80s? So what was the name of that song? Whitney Houston wanted to dance with who in the 80s? Number 8. What's Love Got to Do With It was an 80s hit for whom? So What's Love Got to Do With It was an 80s hit for whom? Number 9. Stairway to Heaven was a 1971 hit for whom? So Stairway to Heaven was a 1971 hit for whom? And finally then, question 10. Each morning I get up and die a little, can barely stand on my feet. Name the song. Forgot to put that bit in. But each morning I get up and die a little, can barely stand on my feet. Name the song. Okay, so that is the first part of the quiz. We're up to 182,000 people watching live, which is just an incredible amount of people. That's beaten all of this is the biggest week then so far. Our record before that, personal record, was 175 before that. So well on our way to getting a world record with this. So as I say, I'll keep you posted as we keep going. So just before I put all the hold up music and everything, yeah, this is the thing I've been more nervous about talking about. And a lot of you have got to know me through videos and stuff through Facebook and bits and pieces I talk about on here. And I mean, I used to run a pub up until March with my business partner. We gave it up for financial difficulty and went back into the real world. And then I set this virtual pub quiz up, which, if you're playing the drinking game, local quiz for local people, and it exploded beyond anything that I ever thought. It was supposed to be 40 to 50 people, and you know, there's 182,000 now sat watching, which is just an incredible amount. And it's consumed everything. It's consumed every part of my life. And you know, obviously I still make time for family, etc. But I'm currently on unpaid leave from work because I started complications. But what this has now given me is a thought and a taste for actually pursuing this as a career. A lot of you have been saying we want this to carry on after the lockdown, and a lot of you have been saying, you know, come and see us in our pubs, and Alex and I have been saying about, you know, it'd be great to go out and do a tour. And this is the reason I'm struggling with this, is because I don't ask people for help. My mum, you know, anyone who knows me well, I don't put my hand up, and I never say, oh, can you help me? I'll always help everyone else out. So with a lot of encouragement from Alex, from Jenny, who I've been talking to as well, from friends and family, they've said, why not set up something, which I have, and I'll talk about it in a sec, and just see. And what it will enable me to do is to forget about my day job that I've got now, and this becomes my day job. And it means, with all the different options on there, it means that I can pursue this. I can pursue this as a career. I can keep this going after lockdown to keep entertaining you. I can keep investing everything. I can keep making this as better, but to keep it as grounded as it is. What you've come here, the 180,000 of you that have come here to watch. So with all of that and all their encouragement, I've set up what's called a Patreon account. Now, some of you watching may already know what that is, but I'll explain it. And I want to clarify from the start, the quizzes will stay free no matter what. Even if you're not, you know, you have a look and you think, well, I can't help. I don't mind. It's not what I'm asking. So the Patreon account, there's 5 different tiers. It starts from £3 a month and goes through the tiers. What I've committed to with that as well is, and it says it on all of the tiers on the site, a portion of that will still be donated to charity out of what comes in, because I still think charity is massive at heart of that. Look at what we raised as a group of £133,000 for the NHS. So I want that to continue, but the difference with the Patreon is you guys will vote. I'll put it out to a vote as to where the charity donation every month will go, and that'll be your decision. And there'll be some exclusives and all sorts of bits and pieces. I need to stop talking, because it's really hard for me to be asking this. So I'm going to put the details up on screen. I've got to take a break now anyway, just so I can change some things over. So it's a bit of a longer break. Have a look through your answers. Alex is probably mithering me saying don't forget that the questions are up on social media if you need them. The link and everything for the Patreon site will go up now. If you can help, fantastic. It's not just me, we'll be helping the charities as well that you'll pick. If you can't, don't worry. I'm not going to start charging for the quiz. The quizzes will still stay free. But if you can in any way help, it will make this an incredible career that you guys have helped create. So thank you very much. I will see you in about 10 minutes time. I needed a minute. I'm talking to Alex during the week, and when we were talking about doing this, and I said I didn't feel, comfortable asking for help. It's not in my nature, etc. But technically, a lot of you are now my employers, potentially. A friend of mine just messaged me in the break and said, have you just handed your notice in? Well, I'll need to talk to my work about, what's going to happen. But, thank you. I've refreshed it and then refreshed it, and it's insane. So I'm just refreshing it now. There's 1,500 of you who've gone across, and so thank you so much. Emotional. Stop being emotional. Forget that. Right, we've got a quiz and answers to get through, and a lot of you are waiting for them. So I forgot to put the live chat on, so I apologise, but we'll put it back on afterwards. 1,500 of you, thank you so much. It means the world. I won't let you down. Like I said, you're now technically, could be my employers. So when this is all over, we'll hire a big hall and we'll have a big get together. Right, let's get you some answers. So if you want to grab your teams, get yourselves together. I'll give you a minute. I need another massive swig of gin, because that. Never mind. So 30 seconds and we'll get you all sorted for and if you were still trying and what have you, the link's going to be there. It'll be in the description and what have you down below, etc. So if you do want to go across, thank you so much. We've got a Guinness record to get as well here. So let's get you the answers then for your first 3 rounds. Let's start with round 1. And number 1. So, who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, is the starting line to which TV show's theme tune? It was Dad's Army. Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think it... Anyway, number 2. What was the name of the cafe owner in ALLO, ALLO? It was René. I'm not 100% sure I should have watched that as a kid, because it was... I've watched them recently, and yeah. Anyway. Number 3, The Big Breakfast launched in '92 with Gabby, Roslin, and which other host? It was Chris Evans. Number 3, what was the name of the MI5 BBC drama that launched in 2002 and ran for 10 series? It was Spooks. Just started watching that again. Forgot how good that was. Really, really good. Question 5, who wrote Killing Eve? It was Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Another great fundraiser for the NHS. I think did she raise over $1 million? I think. I was reading the other day. Number 6, Matt Damon was left for dead on Mars in which movie? It was The Martian. Number 7, Jamie Bell played the lead role in which British 2000s dance film? It was Billy Elliot. Went from stage to screen? Or the other way around? Number 8, released in 1995, what was the name of the first completely computer animated feature film? It was Toy Story. And it was also Pixar's first as well. Number 9, what was the name of the tower in Die Hard? It was the Nakatomi Plaza. And finally, number 10, Liza Minnelli starred in which 1972 musical? It was Cabaret. Round 2, Sports and Leisure. Number 1, who scored England's last second winning drop goal in 2003? It was Johnny Wilkinson. Number 2, the Olympics have been rearranged to next year, but which month will they start? It is July. Number 3, who has won the most majors in golf? Tiger Woods or... Well, let's start with this one first. So who's won the most majors in golf? Tiger Woods or Jack Nicholson? It says Jack Nicholson, but it's not. He's never won a golf major in his life. It's actually Tiger... Obviously, with that one, it'd be Tiger Woods. But if you were looking for the Tiger Woods or Jack Nicklaus, it is Jack Nicklaus. So, yeah. So you wouldn't get these mistakes. Oh, that's me. Wouldn't get these mistakes with a professional quiz host now, would you? Question 4. How many players on a standard volleyball team? It is 6. Question 5. The boat race takes place between which 2 universities? It's Oxford and Cambridge. And I said I'd mediate on this, so you need both for the point. Number 6. Which board game has a cheaters and an ultimate banking edition? It is Monopoly. Number 7, Becoming is a 2018 book written by whom? It was Michelle Obama. Number 8, Defying Gravity is a song from which musical? It was Wicked. Which UK city is the home of the National Rail Museum? It is York. And finally, number 10, in which board game would you find Miss Scarlet and Professor Plum? It is Cluedo. And then on to your music round. Number 1, which boy band returned after a hiatus, a 10-year hiatus even, in 2009? It was Westlife. Number 2, what is Stormzy's real first name? It's Michael. I think Michael Stormzy has a good ring to it. Number 3, who said we could stand under an umbrella? It was Rihanna. Number 4, according to the title of the song, who did Katy Perry kiss in 2008? It was a girl. Number 5, who is Reginald Dwight, better known as? It is Elton John, Sir Elton John. Number 6, she's got a brother. We don't get on with one another, but I quite fancy her mother, and I think that she likes me is the Oasis song. It is She's Electric. She's got a family full of eclectics. Number 7, Whitney Houston wanted to dance with who in the 80s? It was Somebody. Number 8, What's Love Got to Do With It? Was an 80s hit for Tina Turner. Number 9, Stairway to Heaven was a 1971 hit for whom? It was Led Zeppelin. And finally, number 10, Each Morning I Get Up and Die a Little, Can Barely Stand on My Feet is Somebody to Love by the incredible Queen. Okay, so if you want to just tot your scores up, let us know how you've got on so far. Obviously I've not got the live chat on, I apologise, it was out of reach. But yeah, let us know how you've got on social media. I will give you a minute if you're handing your sheets back, etc., like you would do in a pub. We've got food and drink and general knowledge to come, and I've also remembered your tiebreaker if you need it. And I've also remembered to put the slides in the right order this week as well, so you don't get the answer straight away. Okay. 20 seconds. Let's get this record. How many have we got? We've got 181,000 people still with us. Superb. I know a lot of people are behind. So if you're playing behind, welcome along to this part of the quiz when you catch up. Right, let's get going. Food and drink. Round 4. Question 1. In the USA, it is known as an eggplant. But what is it called in the UK? So in the USA it is known as an eggplant, but what is it called in the USA? In the UK. So in the USA it's known as an eggplant, but what is it called in the UK? Number 2, en croûte means what in French? So en croûte means what in French? Number 3, which sweet wanted us to taste the rainbow? So which sweet wanted us to taste the rainbow? Question 4. Which UK beer has a blue 5-pointed star on its label? So which UK beer has a blue 5-pointed star on its label? Number 5. What is the main seasoning, and I say the main seasoning, of goulash? Now I know a lot of you might make it in a different way, but there is a specific main seasoning that I found when I searched earlier. So what is the main seasoning of goulash? Number 6. What is the world's most manufactured drink? So what is the world's most manufactured drink? Number 7. Now you need all of these for the point if I'm mediating. So what are the 3 main ingredients you would need to make a mocha? So what are the 3 main ingredients you would need to make a mocha? And I'm not talking sugar. What are the 3 main ingredients? Number 8. How would you make the drink snakebite? So you need 2 things to make it. How would you make the drink snakebite? Number 9. What is unusual about a lawn sausage in Scotland? Probably worded that the wrong way around, haven't I? What is unusual about the Scottish lawn sausage? Or the lawn sausage in Scotland? Works both ways. It's very nice. And finally for round 4, number 10, what does gin get its predominant flavour from? So what does gin get its predominant flavour from? One thing I'd love to do is actually make gin from scratch, but apparently it's highly illegal in this country. After I looked, you have to pay a lot to HMRC, so we won't be doing that. Okay, so that's the end of your food and drink round. You know what's coming? It's round 5, it's general knowledge. Let's get you going then with question 1. What is the highest number used in standard Sudoku? So what is the highest number used in standard Sudoku? Number 2, where in the world would you expect to find a car with the vehicle registration code V? May have used this question already this week, but where in the world would you expect to find a car with the vehicle registration code V? Question 3. The logo for which popular app consists of a white telephone in a white speech bubble on a green background? So the logo for which popular app consists of a white telephone and a white speech bubble on a green background. Number 4. What was the name of the 4th book in the Harry Potter series? So what was the name of the 4th book in the Harry Potter series? Number 5. Moonshine was a slang term for what kind of beverage? So moonshine was a slang term for what kind of beverage? You don't need to go too specific on this. I mean, you can do, but you don't have to. Number 6. Who was the last UK act to win Eurovision? So who was the last UK act to win Eurovision? Number 7. True or false? The Bahamas is made up of 700 individual islands. So true or false? The Bahamas is made up of 700 individual islands. Number 8. The World Health Organization is based in which city? So the World Health Organization is based in which city? Number 9. Blue Moon, Hopelessly Devoted to You, and Summer Nights, are songs from which musical? So Blue Moon, Hopelessly Devoted to You, and Summer Nights are songs from which musical? And your last question of the night, or unless you need a tie break, number 10. In the Bible, who built the ark? So in the Bible, who built the ark? And that's your quiz for tonight. So I'll give you a few minutes so that you can just confer your answers if you're playing in a team or if you're playing against each other and you want to make sure you've got everything right. Let's give Alex something to do because he's been a bit quiet for the last part of the quiz. So let's give him something to do. So if you want to let us know how you're getting on, hit the hashtag on Twitter and Insta, or put loads of pictures up and he has to go through them. So let's give Alex something to do in the break. We'll give you 5 minutes. What are we now time-wise? 9:08. So yeah, we'll give you 5 minutes and we'll be back. I want that one back shortly. Hello, me again. Someone's just sent me a message while I was in the break about with regards to the Patreon and why I'm taking a break next month. The quirk when we were trying to set it up, for some reason, it was saying that if you signed up today, you then get charged because it's from the 1st of every month, so you'd have been charged today and then tomorrow, and I wasn't prepared to let anyone have that happen to them. So if you've signed up, and thank you so much, I've just had a look at how many people, it's incredible, so thank you so much. But you've signed up today and then you get the whole month of May, so I'm not taking a break. There'll still be loads and loads of content on there and everything that I promised, and everything will be on there. But what so I just didn't want anyone getting charged tonight and then tomorrow morning, because it wasn't fair. So that's the reason I've taken a break, if anyone was wondering what that was all about. And another message saying that something to do with the tiers, because there were some that were limited to a certain amount of people. I didn't expect the level of interest. I really didn't, which is why I set them at that. So I've just increased some of the tiers, especially the one for the notepad and pen and stuff like that. So so there's more space so that you can get into there if you're interested in those things, or the other bits and pieces. So, but yeah, thank you so much. It's just mind-boggling. There's so many messages on there. I'll have a read of them all as well after. I didn't want to do it because obviously we do have a quiz to do. So yeah, thank you so much. It's going to take a couple of days to sink in. So yeah, tomorrow's recorded quiz. I record tomorrow night's quiz after this, so that's going to be a fun quiz if you want to watch that tomorrow, the 60s, 70s and 80s TV. Right, so I'll give you a minute. I've not turned the live chat on again, have I? Right, I'll turn it on at the end of the quiz and we'll have a bit of a longer moment at the end of the quiz. So you can all put your messages and stuff on. So yeah, give you a minute if you want to just get yourself back from wherever you were, or get yourselves back logged in, etc. One of them talks about creating an app and stuff, and we are looking into that, because I would love to, be able to declare winners and stuff, and bits and pieces. So because I did my local, and I'll give him a shout because he's a decent enough bloke, and he did say to everyone at the end of his last night, but Leon at Level 1 Live in Darwin, if you find him on Facebook, they do a smartphone quiz on, he does it 3 times a week, and it's the quiz I always used to go to. We played again last night. It was great fun. As typical as it is with us when we play smartphone quiz, we're winning all the way through and then crashed and burned in the last round. So I think went from being first to finishing about 7th or 8th, but it is good fun. He's very, very entertaining. So if you ever want to giggle, check out Level 1 Live's Facebook page. So, and yeah, Leon, you now owe me a beer next time I see you. Right, let's get you the answers then for the final round, starting with round 4. So in the USA it is known as an eggplant, but what is it called in the UK? It's an aubergine. Number 2, en croûte means what in French? It's pastry. There you go, live chat's back on. So en croûte means pastry. In pastry. Number 3, which sweet wanted us to taste the rainbow? It is Skittles. Number 4, which UK beer has blue 5-pointed star on its label? It is Nuki Brown, or Newcastle Brown Ale if you want the full name. Nuki Brown. Number 5, what is the main seasoning of goulash? It is paprika. I know there's others in there, but that is the main one. Number 6, what is the world's most manufactured drink? It's tea. Number 7, what are the 3 main ingredients you would need to make a mocha? So I said I'm mediating, you need all 3 if you want the point. It is espresso, but if you've put coffee, that's fine. Hot milk and chocolate. So espresso, coffee, hot, espresso, yeah, what it says. Number 8, how would you make the drink snakebite? Well, it's half lager and half cider. Number 9, what is unusual about a lawn sausage in Scotland? It is square. Square sausage. Very nice. And number 10, what does gin get its predominant flavour from? It's juniper berries. Round 5, your general knowledge. Number 1, what is the highest number used in standard Sudoku? It is 9. Number 2, where in the world would you expect to find a car with a vehicle registration code V? It stumped Jeremy Vine, but it's Vatican City. Number 3, the logo for which popular app consists of a white telephone in a white speech bubble on a green background? It is WhatsApp. Number 4, what was the name of the 4th book in the Harry Potter series? It was The Goblet of Fire, or Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire if you want to go specific. Number 5, moonshine was a slang term for what kind of beverage? So it's an alcohol. I know a lot of people might go, well, bourbon or whiskey is where it started, but it ended up being the slang term for alcohol. Number 6, who was the last UK act to win Eurovision? It was Katrina and the Waves back in 1997. Will we ever win again? I very much doubt it. Number 7, true or false, the Bahamas is made up of 700 individual islands? It's true. Number 8, the World Health Organization is based in which city? I've not put the answer on. I'm going to say Geneva on the top of my head, but let me just find my notes. There's 2 question slides I've messed up tonight. Where are we? Yeah, Geneva. I thought it was, just want to make sure. So the World Health Organization is based in Geneva. Blue Moon, Hopelessly Devoted to You and Summer Nights are in Greece. And finally, number 10. In the Bible, who built the ark? It was Noah. So that is your 50 questions and your quiz tonight. So, tie-break. Who needs a tie-break? Let's put it up on screen now. The highest residence in Europe is at the Shard in London, but at what height is it? In feet, what height is the highest residence? So the highest residence in Europe is at the Shard in London, but at what height is it in feet? Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And your answer is 735 feet. It's the highest residence in Europe, based at the Shard in London. And that is the end of the quiz for this evening. Yeah, it's been a surreal evening, as have been the last sort of 6 weeks with all of this. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for all coming along, firstly, for tonight. I will get everything put together. We will get it submitted to Guinness. Alex has got a few bits, I've got a few bits, so we will get it submitted. He sent me a message. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll get it all submitted to Guinness, and the sooner I know, I will let you go. Well, the sooner I know, I'll open it, similar to what we did with the plaque. I'll make sure we open it live on a stream with you all, and you can all share. You guys coming along is what has made this as special as it has. For those of you who did go over to Patreon, thank you so much. I will digest it properly in a minute and sit down and have a look and go through it all. There'll be a video going up tomorrow that I'm going to record tonight for you all to say thank you, but I didn't want to record it in advance because I didn't know, how successful this was going to be. So thank you so much if you did go across. Let's give Alex something to do for the next hour and a half, or a couple of hours, because he actually genuinely does love sitting there and going through Twitter and Instagram and finding your pictures and sharing them. So hit him up with the hashtag Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. Let him know how you got on. I know he's going to shout at me after I speak to him. I've forgotten my piece of paper to hold up your scores. Let us know how you got on. I forgot to do it. Forgot to have it in all of the madness of tonight. So we're still trending at number 2. He's desperate to get us to number 1. I think he's got a bet on with someone that he can get us to number 1. So I know he's already lost one bet with someone tonight about how many viewers we would have. But other than that, that's it from me. Got run a bit longer than I normally do. But yeah, let us know how you got on. And thank you very much. If you are new, please do, if you want to subscribe to the channel. Specialist quizzes all the way through the week, and then we also put we go live on a Thursday night and live on a Saturday night. Saturday night is a bit different. That's where we try all sorts of different crazy things, and it's always good fun on a Saturday night. So yeah, come and join us on Saturday again. Other than that, thank you. I'm going for a lie down for a minute before I do anything else, but thank you so much for your support. I've not put my end screen up, so it is just going to be a very, very sort of sharp bang end to this. But thank you so much. Take care of everyone, stay safe, and I'll see you all soon.